Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the last day of Module 1. Congratulations. You guys have been burning it up. I'm so excited about this group. I'm very appreciative of the fact that you guys are willing to be brave and vulnerable in your posts. Also, that you're willing to challenge each other and ask questions of things that you don't understand of each other's content or situations. Even though you're in a smaller school system, it's been really nice to see you branching out. And those of you who are joining us for the open enrollment seats, I'm very appreciative of your differing perspective and having the different school system that you're from and being able to add that to the folks who are here from Southern New York. So with that said, tonight, you will be making your final posts in your discussion boards and turning in your personal narrative if you haven't done so already. I have started to grade those. So just so you know, you might be logging in and checking your grade center, and you'll see slowly the grades will start to pop up. I've been grading learning logs since you started turning those in, so I believe I have everyone who turned them in up to last night. Those are already graded. Please make sure that you go back through your learning logs because sometimes I comment and add to those. So you'll be able to go back into your learning log and see what kind of comments I made, just responding to some of the things you're thinking about. I like that as a kind of a place that we can carry on an impromptu conversation about things that you're posting about. In your professional or your personal narrative, your personal narrative, those I will look at in regards to grammar and that sort of stuff. But really what I'm looking for is just the growth, to kind of look at the fact that you're looking at all of the aspects of who you are and seeing that there are things that have created you, just cultural moments throughout your life that have created you. And I've been so amazed with those so far. They've been very passionate, very emotional, and I appreciate that you guys put so much time into thinking through who you are and digging down deep. The very first thing we need to consider in social justice is if we better understand ourselves, then we'll be better to able to understand and have the emotional capacity to work with others to understand them also. So in announcements for this morning, you'll see that I posted a little example of how to attack the modules. I know that some of you have come up with a good workflow in this first module, but for those of you who haven't yet, this is just an example of a 2-week review of how I've attacked online grad classes before, and also how I kind of encourage my participants to attack grad classes that I teach with. I think it's really important that you do take a day off here and there to recharge yourself, and recognizing that because it is a condensed 8-week format, you may not be digging as deeply into some of the reading as you would if you were in a 16-week grad class. So keeping in mind that I want you to think about what's important to you. Now that you've written your personal narrative, where are the holes in your learning? What are things that have affected you throughout your life? And how can you dig into the readings that we have or the videos that we have to better help you to develop in those places? With courses such as social justice and the upcoming courses you'll be in, these are all self-growth modules, considering what you need to do in order to get yourself to the next level and how you can open up your thinking better. So please take that personalized approach and consider that while you're doing your reading and your investigation of the things in this course. So you'll see this in the announcements for this morning, so you can dig into that and take a look at it if you're interested. The next thing I wanted to talk about is Module 2. In Module 2, you'll see that you have a couple of chapters of reading again. Very sorry, a little bit of a technical glitch there. You'll see that you have some readings. There's also a video attached, so if you click on the video, you'll be able to open that full screen and take a look at it. Of course, I have all of the introduction to the module and sort of a little bit of a strategy to go through the module. You're going to notice the biggest change in this module is that we don't have a deliverable assignment. That's because in Module 3 and 4, you have 2 larger assignments, and I like to give you this module as time to prepare and start to plan for those 2 projects. So the MySpace Exploration project is due at the end of Module 3, and in this project, you'll be going through and taking photos of things around your school and around your school community, Now, understanding that a lot of you guys work together in the same school, in school community, if you would like to do this as a partnership, a paired project with someone else who's in your particular school, I'm totally okay with that. What I would like for you to do, if you choose to do this with a partner, is to please just make sure that you attach your name to the slides that you created. So you can still do 20 slides, that's perfectly fine. But if you could please put your name in the bottom lower corner, right corner of any of the slides that you created so that I can see the distinction between the two styles of writing and the perspective of the people who are working on the project together. If you have any more questions about that, you can email me. So in this project, you're just going through your community and looking at the space that surrounds you, what your students are engaged with on a normal basis. Are there any emergency services close by to their homes? Are there any convenience stores, grocery stores, gas stations? What do all of those things mean to parents? Is there public transportation? Are there job offerings close by? In your school community, what does it look like? Is your school accepting? Does it seem inviting? Could parents of any race, ethnicity, and socioeconomic group come to your school and feel like they are welcomed in that building? Those are some of the things that I want you to consider. So this, when you are finished with, you'll be uploading it into a Module 3 thread in Blackboard, and I'm going to grade it straight out of that Module 3 thread. The other project that's coming up is the focus group project. This will be an individual project for you, but it does take a little bit of time to get going. So what I did was I broke it down, things that you should be doing during Module 2 and 3, and then finally things that you'll do during Module 4. This assignment is actually due at the very end of our class. It will be due 2 days before the final date of our class, the final date that our class ends. So it's something that I just need you to start to think about in regards to what are the things you need to accomplish in Module 2 and 3. As always, if you come up to assignment examples, you'll be able to see some examples of these projects also. So there's one for each, just so you'll be able to kind of check that out and see what you could do. Okay, as always, please keep in contact with me if you have any issues. I really appreciate this group being willing to step out. I do see that you've adjusted very quickly to the technical side of this. So we haven't had too many glitches with Blackboard, thankfully. Sometimes that happens. So I really appreciate, though, those of you who have come to me and said, hey, I'm a little bit confused about this wording, just because sometimes as our classes are getting copied over, sometimes the wrong class gets copied or the wrong module gets copied. And so dates get changed. So I really appreciate those of you who've been upfront about your close reading and seeing if there's something that doesn't jive with language throughout all the modules. Okay, so again, today is Sunday. You have until midnight tonight to finish up your work in Module 1. And then as of midnight tonight, Module 2 will begin. Don't forget, try to get a workflow going so that you'll be able to have a personal life in addition to taking a grad class. And I want to thank you all for everything. I'm really looking forward to this next set of discussions also. Have a good day.